No, but look, if there's a shadow, we could just get rid of the shadow, can we?
Huh?
If there's a shadow, we could get. Yeah, that's it. We get.
I mean,
you know,
if there's a shadow, we could just get rid of the shadow.
we could just
That's not
just
how
move
that
the
works.
pick the shadow up and move it.
That's not how that works. You can, but you need
Is that?
you need to put a light there. To
Oh, is that right? Yeah. Folks,
I can hold this if that's
if you're dealing with shadows, how do you sort them out?
You have lights that are not right next to you, but are up on stands.
Is that what I'm doing wrong?
Yeah.
I've got a light right next to me, so if I've got a light, oh, hello.
Yeah,
that's bright, isn't it?
You want to put lights on stands to get rid of shadows.
Oh, we're
distance stands.
In the future, what we'll do is we'll put lights on stands. Fills.
Yeah, fills.
I hope people are picking you up from this one microphone. Probably.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. We're here, broadcasting live to the nation, and actually, probably so far, that's probably nobody. Anyway, we thought we'd do this quickly before Addy goes back to university today.
That's true. I am going back to university today.
Yeah. Where are you going back to?
Cheltenham.
Yeah. Which is near Gloucester, but not actually Gloucester. Although the university is Gloucester, so that's confusing, isn't it?
It's University of Gloucestershire, so the county.
Gloucestershire. Yeah. There you go. Have I joined the dress rehearsal? No.
Basically.
No.
Everything I do is a dress rehearsal. I mean,
we're not wearing dresses, so it can't be a dress rehearsal.
You can't see from this angle. It's just a jumper over a dress.
Is it?
Yeah,
So actually, it's very pretty.
It is. It's for those of you playing along at home, it is bright pink with sequins, and there's a nice bit of purple embroidery along the side.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't see any of it, so you're just going to have to take my word that is what's happening.
Hello from North Wales. Oh, fantastic! Love a bit of North Wales. Yeah. Yeah. Which part of North Wales are you in, Stephen?
The north bit.
The north bit.
Well, it's not in the south bit of North Wales, is it?
Yeah, you could tell us probably by kilt. Have you got a kilt on?
No.
No. No. It's an absolute dress.
It's a full dress.
Actually, tell us about that. You wore a dress recently, didn't you?
I did indeed.
Yeah. How was that?
It actually wasn't a dress that I wore.
Oh, wasn't
recently.
It?
I did try on a couple of dresses, but it was not a dress that I wore. I actually ended up wearing like a matching two-piece.
A matching two-piece. Lovely. And what was that for?
For like a drag show down in Brighton.
Drag show down in Brighton.
Yeah, we
tell us about that.
So on my new film we're working on, we're doing a documentary following a female drag queen to really help get the whole crew into the sort of to understand some of the experiences a little bit better. Everyone in the crew got into drag, so all of our subjects, we've got about 5 subjects, and they got all of the members of the crew into drag. And then we went and did a live show and everyone performed.
That's brilliant. And you filmed that?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you'll only get to see it if you sponsor it.
That's true. You can watch a full 40-minute drag show of the crew with professional drag queens staging them, upstaging all the crew for just £40.
There you go. We'll put the link in afterwards so that if you feel like you want to see that, or you want to actually get your name on the film, then you'll be able to do that. If you're looking at this and you're thinking, are you bigger than me, or am I bigger than Addy? It's just perspective.
It's just perspective.
I'm actually nearer the camera than he is, and that's why I look like I've got a substantially bigger head.
Yeah, and I still look taller, despite being on a smaller chair.
And you actually still do, don't you? That's crazy. I mean, it must be the amount of Easter eggs you've eaten.
It is.
Because you ate far more than I did.
Yeah, I've eaten 2, so that's 2 more than you.
Yeah. Dessa says she has to keep refreshing as it loses signal.
This sounds like a problem for your network provider.
I should get onto them today and say,
phone them up.
Yeah.
Tell them you've got.
Well, you might not be able to. if you haven't got a signal.
Hey, look, send them a pigeon. Anything.
Pigeon's good.
Carrier raven.
Let's do a quick pigeon watch. As of this moment, no pigeons.
No pigeons anywhere.
No.
There's some sort of small bird.
Mr. Nibbles is about though. For people that don't know, Mr. Nibbles is our resident squirrel
Yeah.
who's nuts about, or if there are nuts about, he makes sure that they aren't about for very long. But he lives in the park near here, and he comes and visits. And earlier in the week, though, we saw Mr. Nibbles, unfortunately, being attacked by a pigeon.
Yeah, turf war. The likes of which the world has rarely ever seen.
Oh, look, there's a request for feeding the ducks. Yeah, well, I'm pleased that someone loves feeding the ducks. Here we go, a bit of feeding the ducks.
What's this?
This is called feeding the ducks.
How would you feed the ducks to this? You please demonstrate feeding the ducks. The ducks are sat in the background going,
yeah.
These are either the funkiest ducks you've ever met,
Or
someone named their piece in a hurry.
Yeah. It's like, I think that was a working title, and it never got past the working title.
They just were like, look, we're just going to keep calling it Feeding the Ducks.
Do you have working titles on your films?
Yeah, of course we do.
Okay, what's the best working title that you've seen from anyone on your film course?
Anyone on the course.
Film one.
Do you know the amount of things that people make, which is just the person's name or the main character's name, and then film or I mean, the whole time we filmed Everything Is Temporary, it was called Robin Doc on the clapperboard.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, we named it in post. Someone called their film Just About Done because they were almost finished, and all the clapperboard said Just About Done.
Brilliant.
I think that was the title they ended up sticking with as well.
Yeah.
Because they were.
Look, we did that in sync. That was good, wasn't it?
It was good.
But that was NSYNC Water.
Don't come after me. Not trademarked.
No.
Not copyrighted.
Well, that's great. I think I wonder whether people name their businesses in the same way.
What? Just you put a placeholder in and then you.
Yeah, put a placeholder. Imagine trying a business with a working title first, just to see whether it takes, and then actually changing to a proper business name later on.
Yeah,
it's not a bad idea, is it? You could just put it out there for a while and see whether it sticks.
Yeah, like Apple.
Yeah, I wonder what they called their working title was. Wonder what that was.
Orange.
Of course,
no,
that was. Oh well, yeah. Actually, Orange came second, didn't it? So yeah, maybe not. Maybe Pear. Yeah, I love it when you watch those kids programs or whatever, or soaps or whatever, and someone's deliberately changed the Apple sign on a computer to a Pear. I mean, that's just
brilliant.
Yeah, but it's nonsense at the same time because everybody still knows that that's Apple, right?
Yeah. Well, Apple are pretty hot on copyright strikes if you have logos in their stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we duct tape over them normally, and then we sort that out. We put whatever we want. I know this film that we're shooting that's set in like a post-apocalyptic thing, and they have this Apple computer, and the guy comes in and kind of smacks it with a baseball bat to knock the bottom bit off of the computer in the first shot, so that the Apple logo's not on it. So he walks in with his bat and smacks the computer and inconveniently knocks all the logos off of.
And that actually saved probably hundreds of thousands of pounds.
Oh yeah, loads of money. Broken Apple computer though.
It is the little details. It is absolutely right. I mean, from my point of view, if someone wanted, duct tape. Yeah, that's right. Hi, Richard. Nice to meet you. I don't know whether you saw Richard, whether you were here in time for pigeon watch, but unfortunately no pigeons at the moment because it's a little bit windy in the southwest at the moment.
They've all gone home.
They have. Well, they might have gone to Cheltenham. We might actually catch them up on the M5 on the way back.
I wouldn't be surprised. We have a lot of pigeons in Cheltenham.
There's a good, yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
We have a lot of pigeons all over the UK, I believe. There's a great stopping point for pigeons on the M5 between here and Cheltenham, which is Gloucester Service Station.
Yeah.
I've often seen quite a lot of pigeons there, and ducks too. They have ducks at that service station, which is quite novel.
I think they're like meant to be there. I think the ducks are a purposeful addition, whereas the pigeons are definitely not.
Yeah. I love Gloucester
product.
Service Station because it reminds me of Teletubbies.
Yeah, it's really great. It's really upscale. It's very eco-conscious. Great place.
Eco-conscious, yeah, because it sells.
Doesn't have a McDonald's, so
no, it doesn't have a McDonald's.
That's the problem.
Yeah, no, I do. It's a really good place. It's actually the first place that I met Stephen, who's listening. That was the first time we'd ever met at Gloucester Service Station, and it was great. It's a great place to meet people because it's got these little pods,
yes,
as well, which is a great thing. It's the same company as T-Bay. You're absolutely right. Pigeons are particularly susceptible to colder weather. They stay in. Do they? That's interesting to know, isn't it?
So what? I must be a pigeon then.
You might be,
because I'm susceptible to cold weather as well. And I like to stay in. So
even though you're wearing shorts today, when it's actually quite a whoops, giving the game away now.
Not. I'm wearing a dress. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops. Yeah, it might be that. So, are you ready to go back to university? That's the key thing. Have you got all the stuff that you actually need?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that I'm basically only going back to finish up. So I've done most of it. There's not really much stuff here that I wouldn't already have in Cheltenham.
No.
So it's all there.
Whilst you're here, as a bit of valuable advice for anyone that's watching that, well, have you seen a pigeon alongside? No, that's true. Never seen that. Wow. I just need a minute to think about that. No, never have. Mind you, I've never seen a meerkat alongside an alligator either.
No, I can't.
Can't say I have.
So there's a surprising amount of animal combos that I don't think I've seen together. There could only be about 5 species of animals.
Yeah.
Who just like to play dress up.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen like house cats in a cage with lions.
No, they could be the same thing.
Never seen that.
Hmm.
I did see at the weekend. Did see a mouse. Well, it wasn't at the weekend. It was earlier in the week, actually, when we went to the zoo. I did see a mouse in the same cage as an owl.
Well, there you go. You know they are not the same creature.
But it was being eaten. So
definitely not the same creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those two wouldn't, choose to. Well, the owl would choose to live with mice, but not the other way around. There you go. So yeah, so you've got all of your stuff ready.
Yeah.
If people are thinking, if people have got kids that are watching, or people are thinking of going off to university for the first time and they're preparing, because you're seasoned at it now, you're about to come home. What's good preparation for going off to university, do you think, these days?
I think a lot of people think university is going to be easier than it is. University is very difficult. I also think that what is the stuff that I think you would buy that I didn't buy before I went? Because I bought a whole ton of stationery. I remember that. I definitely had the stationery down.
Yeah. But did you need all of that?
I've used all of it.
You've used it all.
I've used
okay, that's fair enough.
All the bells and whistles. I've got these great little coloured sticky note things, like little small ones that I use to mark my notes.
Mark notes. Great. They're brilliant, aren't they? Yeah, I can't remember what you call those, but markers or something.
I think basically just like find a style of making notes that works for you.
Yeah, that's important.
because a lot of people are going to tell you how to write notes, and it actually doesn't matter because you're the one that's reading the notes.
Was there a thing on the university website about how to write notes?
I don't think so.
No, oh, that's unusual.
I'm on we're in the School of Creatives, so we lots of our advice is like, I don't think we even have to take notes if you don't want to.
No, really. Well, you could just watch.
Yeah.
But that could be quite creepy, actually, for the person at the front if they were talking.
Most people in our lectures do not make notes; they just sit there and
do they
watch the person at the front.
Is there a way of watching that really freaks out the lecturer?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's that? What's that look like?
Put sunglasses on.
Sunglasses.
And then you just turn your head slowly as they walk.
Oh yeah, and dress up like Blues Brothers hat as well, or
no, you just do that.
Just sunglasses,
and then at the end of it, you take your sunglasses off.
Yeah.
And pretend to have been asleep the whole time.
Wow.
Freak them right out.
That does, doesn't it? Actual learning does go on.
Yeah, it does. We do a lot of learning.
Yeah. Do you have to watch a lot of film if you do film? Of course.
I certainly do. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a reading list and then a much longer watching list of things we should watch as well as what we should read. So over the course of the 3 years I've been at uni, I've probably watched 300 things that are on the watching reading list.
300. Wow. Mind you,
and
some people on LinkedIn watch that in a week.
I mean, yeah.
You know, I've seen some of the comments about binge watching stuff.
I binge watch TV shows all the time.
You know, it's amazing how I don't actually understand how some people find the hours in the day stroke week in order to do it. You know, it's, you know, people go, oh yeah, I've just binge watched Game of Thrones.
Oh, I find the hours in the night as opposed to the week.
Yeah. 300 out of how many?
It's about 320
there you go.
My unit, so I'm
nearly
pretty much there. It's only the only things I haven't watched are things that are stuff that's not required for what I've written.
Oh, there you go. Top 5 recommendations. Is this from stuff from your course, or should we do top 5 recommendations at the cinema at the moment? Because you have been watching like everything.
Oh, yeah, I've got a Cineworld card, so I go and watch.
Okay,
almost everything.
Let's do top five films.
Recommendations for films at the moment. There's not a whole lot out at the moment. My recommendation is don't go and see Morbius. Don't go and see that. It's bad.
Other films are available.
Really, really bad.
And other reviews of that are available just in case.
But a lot of them agree with me.
Yeah.
It's ableist. It is, if you read it in any way as like beyond just being a Marvel film, it's really critical of like disabilities. Don't go and watch Morbius. Go and watch The Batman. That's really good. Hold on, I'm gonna read that.
Really? Is that what he said? Oh,
crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
don't joke about Station.
Go and watch The Batman.
Batman.
That's good.
No. That's not in it anymore, is it?
No.
No, that was a long time ago.
What else?
Adam West.
What else have I seen recently that's very good?
He was famous for Tuna, was it? Oh no, it was John West.
That was John West.
Yeah, that was his brother.
I don't know. I've seen stuff this year that's been really good, though. I'm not sure if much is out at the moment that I'd recommend going to see. But go and see The Batman. Watch Robert Pattinson be The Dark Knight. It's great.
Yeah, what about kids' films, Disney films, whatever?
Kids' films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favourite this year? No, Odessa's watching. She loves Encanto or whatever it's called.
Oh, Encanto was great. I mean,
yeah, that's got some songs in it, hasn't it?
Yeah,
that's got some songs by your favourite
Lin-Manuel.
Yeah,
he's great. He's done so much this year. He's been on a bit of a roll. He's done.
Well, he's loaded, isn't he?
Well, yeah, but I mean,
yeah. So he'll keep churning it out. You know.
Go and see Sonic 2 at the cinema at the moment. Go and see Jim Carrey be an absolute beast on screen, like one more time. It's the only franchise he's doing. It's really good. Go and see Jim Carrey in Sonic 2.
Yeah,
Absolutely makes it.
makes you want to play Sonic the Hedgehog again. You know, it makes you want to. Although you know, having watched Barnaby, who's your 6-year-old brother, play Sonic the Hedgehog on a DS yesterday, I felt quite insecure about my Sonic the Hedgehog playing abilities because he just slaughtered it.
I watched that as well. I was surprised because I have played the original Sonic and I struggled to finish it. I mean, I did, but it took a while. Barnaby dominated that, and he is very young.
It's just mental.
He just went.
He's just like, watch this, and he's like, boom, 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 up a wall, and it's like it would not even occur in my brain
going
that
into
you could
areas,
actually do that.
Going into areas I did not know existed in the Sonic games. Yeah, I don't know. It's just very familiar.
Oh, Jim Carrey, yeah, The Truman Show. We're looking at it now.
Yeah,
that's great. That's great. That is Hanley.
Hanley's favourite film.
Which is another brother. That's his favourite ever film. It's a good film. It's fine.
The Truman Show is very well written. Yeah.
Which say that. So there we go. We're going to be around for about another 10 minutes, and then you're gonna go and pack, aren't you?
Yeah.
Ready.
Bold of you to assume I'm not already packed.
Oh, okay. True. Are you actually packed?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's amazing, isn't it? You've also got to do, just before we go, your tax return. This is your first tax return.
It is my first tax
Now,
return.
you were saying when we started looking at the government website, it's a bit busy, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I've got like 3 or 4 different like logins and stuff for different portals on the government thing. I just think they should have one general login for your government thing.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can access everything to do with you. Like,
well, that makes sense, doesn't it?
It does.
But it also, as soon as you go in, there's so many options. You know.
There were
and actually the worst thing is that it said you go in, and when it's the first time, before you've done a self-assessment for the first time, it says now, even though you're registered in the system, click here to make sure that you're registered for even though you're registered for self-assessment, click here to access your self-assessment. What?
Got to make sure it's really me and not someone else filing my tax return for me.
I really hate complicated systems.
Hey, look, it's essential. Someone else could sneak in, do a lot of hard work for me, and that wouldn't be fair.
I typically think that it's the same with online systems as it is a little bit with roadworks. That someone's just making up more work just for the sake of it.
For sure. What have you done? What have you done this year, Jim? I know we've not really kept an eye on you, but we've paid you 20 grand. What have you been working on the website? Oh well, I've split some more things up. I've put some more gateways in place, so you know that will slow people down even more.
Absolutely. Well, there you go. Now, also talking about content for people coming up soon. Obviously, yes. We're going out of April and into May. So so obviously we're going to get May the 4th.
Ooh, May the 4th.
May the 4th, Star Wars Day. Do you like a good May the 4th post?
Love May the 4th. Love Star Wars. Brilliant. Loads of people upset originally when they saw that the Obi-Wan Kenobi show that loads of people have been waiting for ages is not coming out on May the 4th.
Is it not?
No, it is instead coming out on May the 6th, I think. Don't quote me on that, but it's coming out on whatever day the original Star Wars premiered all those years ago. So the first time we saw Obi-Wan Kenobi will be the launch day of the new
show. So there you go. Obi-Wan Kenobi Return will be at the same time as, but then you know, how many people will actually know that?
Well, I don't know.
A few people. It should have been. It should have been May the 4th. Should have been May the 4th.
I mean, they'll definitely do something on May the 4th.
Yeah, yeah. Any good quotes from Star Wars that you particularly think people should put in there for May the 4th?
What, a quote from Star Wars?
Other than "May the Force be with you," which of course is classic. I still think mine's that these are not the droids.
Yeah,
I think.
Oh, there's so many quotes from the prequels that have become memes now. It's so hard to pick one that is that stands up above the rest. "Hello there" is one of the
hello there
because we have it on film sets and stuff. People will go "hello there," and then someone will go "General Kenobi," like General Grievous from that bit where he drops down. Because people have memed that with either him saying different stuff or Grievous saying different stuff.
Oh yeah.
There's lots of alternate language ones where it will turn to like General Grievous dressed in like a beret, and then he pulls out like 4 baguettes and he goes "Mature Kenobi."
Is that what you were doing in the kitchen the other day when you asked me to film you? When you had like
yes, when
Finn was on your
when Finn was on
shoulders.
me and we were being General Grievous.
Oh,
that's the meme we were doing.
That's the meme. There you go.
"Hello there, specific Kenobi. You are a bull," instead of General Kenobi.
Yeah.
Specific Kenobi.
Yoda. There must be some famous Yoda ones.
Yoda actually doesn't get memed that much. There is what about the droid attack on the Wookiees? That's quite a funny one because
Trooper's got something to say about that.
He does not like the droid attack on the Wookiees.
No, he doesn't like that. Trooper's our dog, by the way. If you're wondering, he's very verbal about Wookiees. Yeah. We'll post the meme attempt maybe.
Yeah, maybe that would be great. Me trying to swing some lightsabers whilst holding someone. It's great.
I like the idea with the baguettes though.
Yeah,
I'm actually feeling really quite hungry now when you talk about baguettes. I mean, a freshly cooked baguette now.
How about a 8-foot robot swinging 4 of them for you? Would that do it?
If they could be sliced with some
deli meats, some deli meats in the baguette.
Well, no, I'm not getting deli meats at this time today. I'm thinking maybe some nice salted butter and
do not. There is no try. That's a good one.
Is that one?
That is Star Wars. That is Yoda.
Oh, Yoda says that. Do or do not. Greatest teacher, failure is. Yeah. Which just sounds like bad English, doesn't it? The greatest teacher, failure is. A failed teacher. No, I don't know.
Lots of people misidentify Star Wars as a sci-fi film.
Right. No, this is interesting.
I thought since we're on Star Wars, we'll talk about this since it's part of what I wrote my diss on.
Yeah. That's dissertation for you
for you at home that haven't recently written a dissertation.
Yeah.
And being surrounded by another 90 people who are also panic writing
dissing.
Star Wars is not, in fact, a sci-fi film. It is Squad Pigeon Sandwich. Love that. It is in fact a fantasy film. Like most of the things in the sci-fi genre, lots of the big sci-fi hits that you know and love are not sci-fi films. They are other types of films with sci-fi elements.
What? Oh. Hang on. What? What? Really?
You've never seen Star Wars?
Really? Is that true? You've never seen Star Wars? Oh, I'll lend you it. I think I've got it on VHS.
I've got the special editions. Yeah. Have that?
I've got the special edition on VHS. It's special because it just doesn't go round anymore.
I tell you what, go and watch the original Star Wars on
VHS
on a 4K TV.
Yeah.
On Disney Plus, because they have the new 4K remasters on Disney Plus. The originals kind of look better than the prequels. They've taken the old negatives from the originals where they were able to find them.
Haven't they put some extra scenes in with CGI and stuff?
I think there's one. or
Right.
2.
In
But,
the fighting scenes, isn't it?
mm,
Yeah.
but they look amazing. They now look like they were filmed the other day. Like they look so good. They've also, in the process, kind of destroyed most of the original negatives. So this is the last original negative cut we'll get of Star
Wow.
Wars.
But it's okay because it's all digital now. So
Yeah, it's all digitized now, but the process kind of destroys negatives in a way where they're not usable in the same way.
Word, that's so bad.
It's all right. You can buy squares of the original negative now that.
Wow, that would be so cool, wouldn't it?
Anything that's damaged beyond repair, you can buy.
Imagine
at
having a
auction
bit of
stuff.
that somewhere.
Yeah, people have them like framed.
I would love to have one of the original models from Star Wars
Yeah.
somewhere as a bin, maybe an R2D2 as a bin.
I mean, it'd be quite big.
It would be, wouldn't it?
You could fit a whole person in there.
Because Warwick was
originally.
in that, wasn't he? Was it Warwick?
Warwick, I don't think ever piloted R2.
No.
Warwick did lots of other things.
Oh right, I thought he was
on
in.
Star
I
Wars.
thought he was in R2, but I mean, someone was inside
Yes.
R2. But that would make a great size bin. Imagine that outside your house. It wouldn't stay there very long though. It'd get nicked, wouldn't it? If it was a decent R2 outside your house. Yeah, no, that would be good. You'd have to have a little remote for it as well, so the head flipped up and you could just throw stuff out the window and straight into it.
Well, I mean, it'd be pretty epic.
It would be epic. So I'm sorry because we're
It's all right,
interrupted.
we got off track.
It's not
not a
sci-fi.
sci-fi.
It's a fantasy.
It's a fantasy.
So what makes it a fantasy, not a sci-fi?
So
that people know, because you're intrigued now, aren't you?
yeah, exactly. So basically, when deciding the genre of a film, you don't just look at what you see. What you see is kind of only one element of what makes the genre of a film, and it can be the least important element.
Right.
Looking at the writing of Star Wars, if you think about it from if you break it down in your head, I'm going to describe a fantasy plot to you now, and you can see if this matches up with Star Wars. It is about a person who does not want to be a hero, who finds a magic sword, is mentored by an old wizard, then goes on a quest to save a princess, and confronts someone from their past that has turned evil. It is all the core archetypes of a fantasy film, but written
That's amazing, isn't it?
A sci-fi.
So it's almost like Cinderella.
Yeah, it's almost as old a story as Cinderella.
It is. It's almost like that.
It really is. It's just got different window dressing to make you want to watch it. All the lasers and stuff are just a distraction from your traditional fantasy narrative.
Wow. There you are. You learn something new.
So many sci-fi films are actually just other genres. There are true sci-fis, but
what makes it a sci-fi then? Very quickly.
Science fiction. So it needs to have its core narratives need to be based around things that are traditionally in the sci-fi genre.
Yeah.
Which are actually large-scale interplanetar like politics.
Yeah.
Which the prequels have, which makes the prequels actual sci-fi films.
I see.
They need to have multiple alien races. There normally needs to be a human savior race or some kind of element like that. Sci-fis often talk about religion, or some aspect of religion, and it needs to be about resolution of conflict.
There you go. So if you're clinging on to the idea that Star Wars,
Star Trek really is a sci-fi.
Yeah, it really is. But if you're cling on to the idea that Star Wars is actually a sci-fi, you're wrong. Star Trek is. There you go.
Yeah. Hate to shatter the illusion. I mean, Alien's not a sci-fi either. That's a horror.
That's a horror, isn't it?
RoboCop.
Absolutely.
That's a cop. That's a cop film. It's not a sci-fi.
It is.
These are just films with sci-fi elements.
Mind blown. Blown. There you go. And on that note, we must now pack our bags, get in the car, and drive on up the motorway.
Yes. On the M7.
On the M5. Let's get the right one, because otherwise we might end up somewhere.
The M6.
For dyscalculate people that don't understand their motorways, it is the M5.
Which one's that?
Yeah, I know. We'll get there. Don't
the
worry.
M24.
The little brother of the M25.
The A6.
Oh, he's driving me mad now. We'll see you again. We'll see you again next week. Meanwhile, stay safe out there. You never know. We might actually stop at Gloucester Services and do a general grievous. If we do, we'll film it.
Yes.
And we'll post it as well.
Before anything else, I think we should do one final pigeon watch.
Yeah, one final pigeon watch. But and I think if we're going to have the pigeon watch at the same time, we should have feeding the ducks. No pigeons. Okay. Until next week. Bye for now.
Bye for now.